Hello and welcome to this quick guide on narrated PowerPoints and videos. I've put this together to show other teachers and students how they can use PowerPoint to create content to help them teach and to revise for what potentially could be the upcoming issues with school closures. So first off, I use PowerPoint because it's very simple. You make your PowerPoint as normal, you pick all your design features, you put the content that you want on. If you're really unsure, display the PowerPoint on full screen to check how it looks, because that's how the video would look. And then you're going to need to record some audio. And then if you want to, upload it to YouTube or wherever else you're hosting the videos. So I've used a condenser mic. I've bought this off Amazon for just over £15, I think. There's millions of choices out there. It plugs straight into the USB, and there are brands which charge £40, £50, £100 for mics. They're not necessary. You may just want to use the built-in mic on your laptop or PC. It depends really how important the sound quality is over getting the work done in the message. Alternatively, you can record audio on your phone too. You may want to set up a YouTube channel. You may have a YouTube channel or hosting platform anyway. That's fairly irrelevant. That's your decision as to what you need to do. A narrated PowerPoint is really useful if you want to make a revision tool. You have EAL or SEN students where lots of text and instructions could be difficult to navigate, so you can talk them through it and they can play it over and over and over and over again. Essentially, you click on the insert button and the menu at the top will appear. You then click on the audio button and there's a little drop down. Now, I was always clicking on record audio because I have a microphone. If you've got pre-recorded audio, you just click on that file and then a little icon will appear. Once you're recording, you just press OK. You can name each piece of recorded audio if you need to label it too. So you record it. I always check it works. My last video I had to take down because it had no sound on it. I may or may not have forgot to plug the mic in. No one will ever really know for sure, but it will save you a lot of time. So record it, check it, make sure you're happy with it. Make sure there's, it's at the right speed. I had to learn that. Make sure there's not a ticking clock or someone crashing around in the background or other things that I've had complaints about. So check you're happy with the audio, and then you can just save your PowerPoint as a narrated PowerPoint, upload it, share it. Students can then click on the little sound icon as they get to each slide. It's very useful. Or if you want to turn it into a video, there's just a couple more steps. Your playback settings are really important. So once you've recorded your sound and once you're happy with everything, there'll be a little grey sound icon which looks like that. When you click on it, you'll see there's a little play bar, which you press play, you can listen back to what you've recorded. Likewise, when you click on the playback menu, there's lots of different options. Just some that I wanted to draw your attention to. I always put a fade in and a fade out onto every bit of sound, just so there's smooth transitions of each slide. And the other thing is to click on the start drop down menu automatically if you're doing it as a video. There's a range of options, but when you do it as a video, if you do automatically, the slide will last as long as the audio. Otherwise, what will happen is your audio will bleed into the next slide and you'll have two voices coming out at once and the wrong image on the screen, and it'll all get a mess. Again, I've learned that the hard way. So think about how you want it to play back. If you're doing a narrated PowerPoint, you may not want it to play back automatically. You may want the students to do it as they click on it. So obviously you'll have to make them aware of that. Vice versa, if you're a student making revision stuff, you may want it at the click of a button or some other option which suits you. Now, as well as the audio settings, there's lots of other settings. So there's transition settings, and you can even insert videos rather than audio and things like that. I don't tend to do that. The sound of my voice is enough. You don't need to see me as well, I guess. But you can do other things with each slide, and that can add to your video. There's lots of other editing tools, but let's keep it really, really simple. One thing you'll need to consider is where you save your file and what it looks like. So I've just shown you at the bottom. Always click Save As, And then for narrated PowerPoints, just save it as a regular PowerPoint. There's no difference. And obviously save it to the right place so you know where to find it. Learn that lesson too. For a video, change it. It's a massive drop down, but change it to MPEG-4 video. It will take a little while usually, and there'll be a little grey bar across the bottom of your screen as it's saving. Once that grey bar is finished, that means your video is ready to go. And then we can look at uploading it to YouTube or wherever else you're hosting it. Again, you can feel free to play it back and check that you're happy with it first. Much easier to do that rather than having to go back and edit it later. Once you've made everything, recorded everything, again, check it before you do everything, is my advice. You've saved it into the right place. You'll then need to upload onto YouTube. Making an account on YouTube is really straightforward. It's very, very simple, and you can guide it through. You'll then get to a screen with an upload, and all you do, you upload the file using the buttons. Once it's uploaded and processed, you can add in tags to it so people can find it, call it what you want. You'll get a link to it so you can share that link. You'll need to think about your own uses and what you need it for, whether you want to make it public and searchable like mine, whether you want to make it private or unlisted, and you just share that link. So you'll need to discuss with people, you know, the use of the video and what you're doing with it. Obviously, it's up to you what platform you use, whether you're putting them straight into Google Classroom or some other platform to share with students, or whether you're just keeping them for yourself. That's fine. If you have any questions, this is the very, very bare bones and basics. Please let me know, comment below, or find me on social media, send me a message, etc., etc. If you're a fellow teacher in the RE or sociology Facebook groups, I'm in there too. You'll be able to find me fairly easily. I'm happy to help anyone. I hope this helps. I hope that, you know, if we are forced to close as educators, this can help us get lessons out to kids and help people. Likewise, if you're a student, I hope this helps you revise for your exams. Good luck with everything.